Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Lucas and today we're going to review the 4 finalists that submitted their design, right? Today is April 5th, it's a Saturday, and exactly 24 hours ago, people from my community started with a design challenge. This is the brief, right? So basically the overview is just to design a high converting landing page for a framer agency that offers consultation services and ongoing website support. You have 24 hours to complete and submit your design. The winner will receive Miguel's premium template, which is this one called Agency Box by Miguel Quiros. And basically, if we go here and click on preview, it's this one, right? Very beautiful website, very nice touch of graphic design, right? I love this from this particular designer. His graphic design elements inside of the website, right? It's a value of $69.99. So whoever wins this challenge gets that. And basically, if we scroll down this brief, you can see that there is a business name that they can choose from. There is a service offering. So basically, this framer agency provides design consultation and continuous support services to clients looking to improve or expand their website. So services include these two: consultation or retainers. So consultations, there's one package, 1 hour consultation at a fixed rate of $200 an hour. Then there's discounted consultation packages for 3 hours or for 5 hours. And there are monthly retainers, right? Target audience, small to mid-sized businesses, solo founders, tech-savvy clients. Design style requirements, minimalist aesthetic with the option to use gradients, subtle, tasteful animations. I found this one as a nice inspiration, right? The landing page should clearly present the agency's services, build trust, and drive conversions, right? So it must include a hero section, service overview, retainer plan details, so like the services, and a contact section, right? So those are like the main features, right? And yeah, the submission deadline was 24 hours, so it's right now basically. So I'm making this video just to kind of review everything so that you guys can go ahead and vote. So you can vote here on YouTube or you can vote in my Discord community, which is also linked to this video. So the first site is this one called TDH Studio. We have a nice simple nav bar, right, where we have the logo, we have the navigation links, which have a hover effect, and you can click on them and it takes you down, right? So we have a hero section, framer experts, fast turnarounds, fast and flexible, right? So and then we have a book a call button, which doesn't take you anywhere, but basically would take you to like a cal.com or something like that. And then here are some inspiration or portfolio works that they've done. Can eventually link to like a CMS detail page or something like that. It's nice to have that in the hero section so that the person that's trying to hire this particular agency can already see what type of work they've done, right? So we have that. We have some logos down here. Then we have the services, and we have the title and the description. This might be a little bit too far off. But that's also like the style of this website. And as you can see, it has like this nice sticky title over here. So consultation and then retainer plan. So, right, consultations, there's this 1 hour session, 3 hour pack, popular. I like that. This particular, element is nice. It's nice to highlight one of these as a, top or popular thing to choose. Only thing is there's no call to action. That would be great to have a call to action. I think that's very important, right? Like, oh, I want to just pick an hour session. Where can I buy, right? Then we have the retainer plans. Again, great that there's the monthly retainer and the quarterly. And then for the quarterly, also with this popular feature and with booking a call. We're passionate about helping businesses create websites that not only look beautiful, but also drive results. Our goal is to be your long-term design partner. Kayla Ray. Nice. Great little quote. I would suggest here, instead of, a quote from the actual person from the agency, maybe actual quotes or video quotes of people that they've worked with in the past, right? That obviously brings a little bit more trust to the person that is viewing this website. But overall, I like the design. Like, the design is very beautiful. I like this little text, right? Then we have this contact section. We have first, last name, email, phone number, preferred date, type of service. We have the different types of services, right? And a nice little footer with this fading text. Really nice. Awesome that, you did this in 24 hours, right? So yeah, this is the first design in our design final round. The next one is this one called Framely, right? So Framely, also they have a nav bar. There's no navigation points. There's just some call to action sections. So it's a little bit different than the last one that we were just looking at, right? The last one, you can basically just click on these things and it'll just drag you down to these different sections. Here, they don't have that, but they have call to actions, right? This one had a call to action, but not really a direct one. Well, this one, see pricing, it's basically the same, but just formatted differently, I guess. Okay, so we have this nice hero section. TechCo signups grew 65%. See how. So this is a nice thing to have. It's kind of like a testimonial of how they help this company grow their signups by 65%. I think that's a great thing to have. It is a little bit too small. I guess I would say maybe add the face of the person, maybe combine it with a testimonial quote from that particular company. So we have here your on-call framer design team ready when you are. Flexible design help for fast-moving teams. I wonder how you guys come up with the copywriting. I'm very interested in that, but it's cool that you kind of added a different font color here to kind of differentiate or highlight the specific text. I don't know if this one just had, it still looks nice, very bold, and I like this combination down here. It's very great. But this one had this nice, highlighted text here. I do think it would be cool if you had some examples of works like this particular design. But let's see, I like this a lot. So we go down, benefits, designs that drive results, streamlined design, predictable pricing, rapid turnarounds, high quality designs. Okay, so these are like different benefits. I like these, the design. I like these kind of gradients here that you've made here. It looks really nice. Pricing, design support that fits your needs, right? So we have standard, extended, strategic. So, and then we have ongoing support for evolving businesses. Okay, I think like this, the logic is great. I wouldn't recognize at a first glance that this is consultation. Maybe that should be combined here in the title. And another thing that I do notice is that the spacing is quite large here and small here. Maybe if you would flip that would be better because you can differentiate the different sections, right? But you do have all of the services. They do have a call to action, which is great. So you can book now on all of these different things. Yeah, so let's move on. Testimonials, great. You have testimonials. They're like the standard testimonials. So picture, name, their title, and what they're saying, right? I think if you wanted to add a little bit more trust to it, you can link it to something like Trustpilot so that you can actually see that real testimonial and it doesn't look like a fake one, right? And then you have the contact section, which is great at the very end. So by far, everyone is following the rules in terms of the structure. So we have the contact us, full name, email address, preferred date, location. Okay, this should be something else, but I get it. So select the service, great. You have the different services, and then you can submit. So that is design number 2. All right, and for design number 3, I really like the logo. So Flowfram, interested in the naming, right? Flowfram, you have a nice nav bar. I really like these, hover effects over here, right? And if I were to click on these, nothing happens for now, but if they could take you down to the different sections of the page, that would be great. And then you have book a call, right? So you have like this nice section navigation here, and then you have this final call to action up here. That's great for now in terms of the nav bar. I do see some nice little animation going on in the background of the hero section with a cool little gradient. The Framer website that drives sales, Framer consultation and support agency, flexible consultation packages to fit your project needs, whether you're building from scratch or optimizing an existing Framer site. Then we have the call to action button over here, and we have the testimonials with the 5 stars, 85 plus 5-star reviews. That's looking really trustworthy, right? Again, it would be nice if it could link to some, real platform like Trustpilot or something like that. But overall, this shot right here looks very nice. And as we scroll down, we have consultation services, flexible consultation services. Choose the right level of support for your Framer website needs. No long-term contracts, just expert assistance when you need it. And we have the 1-hour consultation, the 3-hour package, and the 5-hour package. I'm just looking at these icons, and it'll be cool if this was 1, this was 3, and this was 5 stacks. So we have 29 an hour, we have 150 an hour, and we have 100 an hour. So this should be a little bit more. I guess probably there was like some typo here, but it should be more than 150, right? But it's nice that I really like the design. So I really like the little gradient here. I like, the idea of it. It gives it like kind of like glass effect. I really like the structure. The spacing between everything is really nice. So you have this over here, then you have this, that all of this kind of belongs to each other, and then you have the book 1 hour call to action button here, and then you have the different descriptions at the end, right? This is a great start. This is looking really great. Again, this is just done in 24 hours, so this is amazing. So let's move on to the next thing, our processes, our website building process. So right now we have the consultation services, and eventually we do have to offer, okay, so it's down here, that's great. So everyone, like for the past 2 websites, they've been doing consultation and then the other services. But for this one, it's a little bit different. And I like it because it starts off with the consultation services, and then it starts telling a story, our website building process, research, wireframing, design, development, testing, delivery. What our clients say, we have testimonials with all the companies that they've worked with a nice little, interaction over here, which is cool. And then you have at the end the different retainer plans, which is a nice way to kind of wrap the whole story around, right? So you have the whole story of how it works. You have all these, different little lotties, I guess, or gifts happening over here. Again, it would be nice if they were all, consistent in terms of styling, but I know that it took just 24 hours to build, so it's totally fine. But yeah, and then you have this at the end, same kind of style as the consultation ones at the top. So everything is being consistent in terms of the design. Also with the colors, you can see this blue, this dark blue, and this, kind of purple sometimes. And okay, so we have book your Framer consultation. We have a nice little left column over here, and then on the right we have the different service types to choose from. Preferred date, preferred time. I don't know if this is so necessary, but it's cool to see. And then at the end, the footer looks nice. They have the different socials, and then they have links to other pages which are not currently built, but could eventually be built, right? So this is the third template. And last but not least, number 4, we have frame tricks, which you can, hover over this logo, and it kind of has a little effect to it, pretty nice. You have these different sections, so you can click on these and it takes you there instantly, right? And then you can book a consultation. There's a nice little call to action. For the background, I like this grid type of style. There's a few gradients. It looks like kind of like a different spotlights coming in. You have a different shapes here and there. Pretty interesting. They're moving a little bit, which is pretty cool. Transform your website with expert Framer guidance, and Framer being highlighted. Stop struggling with Framer. Get personalized strategies to build high converting websites faster. And then here you have 4.9 out of 5. That's great that it's not 5. From 200 plus satisfied clients. Trusted by 300 plus companies worldwide. 98% client satisfaction, right? So these aren't clickable right now, but eventually if this was like a real project, it would be nice to actually click on this and see, okay, why is it 98% client satisfaction? Okay, it takes me to Trustpilot and I can read more about that. And if I scroll down, we have trusted by these different logos, right? And then we have the consultation services. So we have 1 hour consultation, 3 hour, 5 hour, with the different descriptions, with the pricing, with the discounts applied. This would be nice if this was a little bit more highlighted, but it's good that you mentioned it, right? And the popular one, right? The popular one being having this blue outline, which is great. And then we have the retainer plans. So we have a little bit of a kind of introduction. So new section additions, design updates and cleanups, feature enhancement. That's great because that's kind of what you'd be, or this agency would be, providing as a service to different companies, right? If some company already has a Framer website but needs new sections, right? This agency could do that. Design updates and cleanups. If there's, they hired another Framer designer and it was kind of destroyed, they can clean that up. And feature enhancements, improving existing features, adding animation, optimizing performance, and enhancing user experience. So that's great that you mentioned that before showing these different prices. So we have monthly, we have quarterly, standard quarterly, there's a premium. So 60 hours over 3 months, 30 hours over 3 months. Okay, there's a few different things here. Interesting. And then we have client testimonials. These look great. Again, it would be nice to, these look, in all of the different templates, they kind of look pretty standard. It would be nice to, have like a certification, like a certified logo with these testimonials, or like a testimonial video, just so that the trust goes a little bit higher, right? Get in touch, ready to elevate your Framer site, schedule a consultation with our expert team. So we have full name, email address, phone number, service type. You can choose it, preferred date and time, message, submit, and boom, the footer, right? So yeah, guys, these were the 4 different websites that were created in 24 hours in my community. So we have website number 1, website number 2, website number 3, website number 4. Feel free to vote for them in the comments below, or join my Discord community to vote for them as well. And we're going to be deciding tomorrow who the winner is. And we're basically doing these types of challenges every week. This was the first challenge that took 24 hours. They're usually like 1 or 1.5 hour long challenges. So, you don't have to take so much time. I was just experimenting with this one, right? But we always have prizes. We always have different prizes. This week it was a paid template. Last week it was Framer forms. Next week it's going to be something else. So if you guys are, interested in taking part, if you're like a designer that wants to kind of showcase your skills in front of other designers and talk with me and talk with other people in my community, feel free to join and take part in the next challenge. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.